LeBron James appears to be adapting quite comfortably to the Western Conference. The Lakers have won 4 in a row and are 7-3 since Rondo's been out. However, there's a little bit of drama on the West Coast. Check out what LeBron had to say.
Is it fair to say maybe some of the comments that or questions that were asked about your workload, maybe you took that a little personally?
No, for what? I'm past the personal stage. Yeah, I can do whatever. I can have a huge workload. I can have a not so huge workload. It doesn't matter for me. But what's most important is seeing my teammates make huge shots in the fourth quarter. Jay Hart out of rhythm all game because of foul trouble. He makes 2 huge threes in the fourth quarter. Zoe makes a huge 3 on the left wing. Kuz making the plays down the stretch as well. That's what's most important to me. I can care less about the narrative about me. That it doesn't matter. I'm stapled in this game, so it doesn't matter.
As we welcome in the Hall of Famer Shaquille O'Neal along with Kenny the Jet Smith. Hold up, what's that right there? What's that? What are we doing?
You stapled in this game?
I'm stapled in this game. Was it a play on Staples Center?
I like that, Brown. I'm stapled in this game.
Play on words right there by LeBron James.
Bron.
I mean, when you, Shaq, when you hear this, what's the first thing that comes to mind with his usage and him playing a lot of minutes?
Well, listen, a lot of superstars play a lot of minutes. This happened about 6-7 years ago when guys start limiting minutes.
Why they putting up these stats like we don't know?
Yeah, Keem Olajuwon played a lot of minutes. Look, when you're a star, you're supposed to play a lot of minutes, and he doesn't have a lot of help. So if he doesn't play a lot of minutes, they're not going to be in the playoff picture. Everybody wants him to make the playoffs this year. They're not going to win a championship. We know that. But, they're going to play.
And, I won't put it by him yet.
He's going to do the same thing he's been doing, exciting the crowd, having fun. But he's getting older, and you should look out for minutes. But when you're a superstar, hey, you play till the wheels fall off.
I think it's easy to play the way he's playing now. The game is different.
The game is different.
There is no hand check, no hard fouls. So you're playing, they say downhill, but you're playing at a pace that it's more of a sprint than a stop and start. So when you stop, start, hit, get punched, get bumped, that's different. There's a whole difference. Hand check me, Ro. There's a difference when you hand check it and you have to play against this.
Okay.
So now LeBron James is playing one way. But now the game is played this way because you can't hand check. So now I don't have the same physicality. I see the whole floor. I got my shoulders squared up. No one could guard me. So no one could guard LeBron James in this era, regardless if he's 40, as long as he stays physically in shape.
And that's why LeBron is a staple to the game.
Staple to the game. Of course, these guys play major minutes in the day. You led your team when you played for the Lakers your first year, 35 minutes game for you.
My 1 year, I was 3rd in the league in minutes.
3rd?
Yeah, 3rd in the league in minutes. My 2nd year in the league. That's too many minutes, though, for me.
That's a lot. 35 minutes per game. A player that wears number 35.
That was too many.
Can we not talk about your knees right now?
Yeah, listen, that was too many, man.
Too many. But the player that wears number 35 is Kevin Durant. He had this quote, so much hype comes from being around LeBron, his other people, the fanboys. The atmosphere, environment is toxic. When you saw this, Kenny, what are your thoughts when you read something like this talking about another player?
Well, I think it's competitive nature. Well, I would hope that, guys, on other teams you shouldn't have a great affinity towards, But in the same regard, when we look at the body of work LeBron James has done, you don't have to be a fan. You just can't be a hater. You have to say, listen, this guy's been in the finals in the last 8-9 years. He has the ability to get there. He understands how to do it. It doesn't matter who's on his team. He rises them to the occasion. Yeah, so you are second fiddle. If that's not a toxic environment, it's just understanding that you are the second guy in terms of attention. But is your role important? And that's what I loved about playing with Hakeem Olajuwon and even Michael Jordan in college. Those guys embraced the fact that understood how great you help make them as well. And so playing with guys like that, I never heard the word my team until about 10 years ago. That was like the first time I started hearing that. So that environment, you understand that one guy gets a lot more attention, more commercials. So what?
That's the nature of the beast. That's the nature of the game. When I first came in, Magic was on his way out.
Right.
Barkley had it. Michael Jordan had it. I had it. Kobe had it. That's
No
what it
matter
is.
how great you were, if you play with Shaq, he's going to have more commercials.
I didn't like the word. I didn't like the word toxic. First of all, I thought they were friends. They did a little song together that me and you heard a couple weeks. So I thought they were friends. I didn't understand the comment. I didn't understand the word toxic. His answer should have been no. I'm not interested in playing in LA.
Period.
Leave it alone. But maybe
Was he out of line though to make this statement?
Listen, guys are going to do what they do and say what they say. But I didn't like the word toxic. And fanboys would be incorrect statement for LeBron. Fanboys would apply to somebody that's not really a good player that has a lot of media attention. LeBron is LeBron. It's his game. It's his game now. Kobe's not here no more. LeBron is the man.
You don't have to be a fan, but you can't hate. It's impossible.
Yeah,
the guy's in the finals every single year.
He's the man right now.
That's unprecedented other than the Celtics back in the 60s.
So again, I didn't like that word toxic.
Yeah.
Didn't like that word at all. Well, it's going to be interesting to see what happens as these two